My name is Jocelyn Gordon. I'm from Bermuda. However, I live in Washington, D.C. right now. I started hooping in 2007. I really don't remember the month, but I remember the moment of inspiration with hooping. And that's when I saw a woman hooping and doing yoga, and Delight was in the background of her YouTube video, and I had like this visceral experience of, what is that? These are my people, need it now. I've always been a dancer. Dance is my first love, and I've also embraced other movement arts like massage and yoga, almost to the point of like trying to substitute massage and yoga for like this deep, passionate desire in me that's a dancer. And so once hooping found me, and with my yoga practice, I just got the message of like letting everything else go, kind of, in terms of my teaching, and really embrace the hoop and dance. And once I did that, life exploded. I mean, in terms of health, I feel healthier because I have this very strong connection to this movement art. So, that's always there, but in terms of the other stuff, it just kind of expanded my life. Hooping, to me, represents everything that I love in the sense of the movement arts. So, massage, yoga, and dance. The hoop, when it is wrapping around the body, is essentially providing a massage to the abdomen, to the internal organs, to the kidneys, to the heart, to the lymphatic system, all of that. And then yoga, in the sense of mindfulness, it's a mindfulness practice. When I first started hooping, I noticed that if I was in my head and making a list, the hoop would fall. So it's this very direct, I consider it a biofeedback mechanism for what's going on in the body, mind, spirit. It lets you know. Whereas for me in a hatha yoga practice, sometimes my mind would drift out, and then I don't know how long until it came back. And I was like, oh, I was gone. Whereas again with the hoop, it drops, it lets me know like where I am. And then dance, it's a dance, it's a free form expression, it's a tool. So for me, I made a connection that as a dancer, I'm kind of more connected to freedom and organic movement, which I identify with yin, feminine qualities, whereas hatha yoga is a very linear, almost rigid masculine practice. For me, the hoop combines both of them, but leaning more towards the feminine, especially with the circular aspect. So with that, I find it very holistic and creative. As a teacher, teaching others. So it's another level of leadership and mentorship, which I really, really enjoy, helping others kind of highlight their best selves for others to model, so to speak. So really reminding the teacher to model what they want their students to do, which really requires a level of, personal awareness, one, and being really receptive to your students, because ultimately, this sounds cliche, but ultimately our students are our teachers. So you have to be open. There's a level of humility that has to be present in a teacher to be able to understand the duality of the relationship between student and teacher, to be present to what your student is telling you about your leadership, about your voice, about your body mechanics. Ultimately, teachers or students do what you do. So if you see something funky, you gotta look at yourself and ask, where did this come from? So for me, that, holding the space as a director of teacher training and mentoring others is really about leadership and being comfortable in oneself, and then being able to put it forward in a really confident way that people will receive, and understanding it's not arrogance, it's confidence, because ultimately a teacher is there to give. It's not about the teacher, it comes back to the students.